Luke, is there even much that has to be said about this week and kind of what this game means, knowing kind of what Iowa's done to you guys the last 3 times you've played?
Yeah, no, not at all. You know, everybody kind of knows what's at stake here, and we're excited for it. It'll be a good challenge. There's a lot of similarities between what they do and Michigan State's done and kind of the way they play. So that's kind of been a blessing, you know, being able to game plan for that stuff, especially on a short week. But yeah, man, it's definitely important to us for sure.
What challenge do they present with those 2 tight ends, Van Hawkinson? What specifically the challenge you provide you personally?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to be really clean with our run pass keys. You know, they're really versatile. They both can block well and then also run really well too. You know, so they run good routes. It's basically like having a couple more receivers out there. So yeah, we're gonna have to be really keyed into that. You know, look into formations and kind of see what they do in certain sets. That'll be big for us. So yeah, they're really good players. You know, I've played against Noah in high school, more on the basketball court than the football field, but he's a really good athlete, so it'll be fun to play against him.
How much did you play in that 2016 game?
No, I don't think I really played at all. Nope.
So in those, you didn't experience what those 2 games in
Right.
2016 and 2017, but watching it on film, they had a lot of success with that play action passing. What's challenging about the way they attack?
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with how well they run the ball and how aggressive they are on the offensive line, you know, and then the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks do a really good job of disguising it, and it's really an art, you know. That's in the NFL, that's a really big deal, how well they carry out their play actions, and I know Stanley does a good job of it. So for sure, it definitely presents a big challenge, you know, when you play against a team that runs the ball really well and can do that.
Hey Luke, you guys start 0-6, but now you have an opportunity to get 1 more win than you had a year ago. What do you make of that?
Yeah, you know, I think it says a lot about how we started and how we finished, you know, and the difference between, you know, not a whole lot of difference in record, but the difference between our team in the last 2 years. I think it says a lot. You know, I don't know about last year if we start 0-6, if we end up where we're at now. Actually, I know we wouldn't end up where we're at now. So there's been a lot of growth, and there's a lot of good things that we've gotten out of these last few games, and we want to keep the momentum going.
Luke, what do you think this week means to Coach Shenander, being an Iowa native, played for Iowa, played for Coach Ferentz? Have you guys talked to him about this week?
I've talked to him about it a little bit. You know, it's kind of I can't really imagine being in that position. I can't imagine coaching against Nebraska, you know. But, yeah, it is unique, and I think it means a lot to him. So I know for us as a defense, we want to go up there and play as well as we can, and especially for him, you know, it'd mean a lot.
Have you noticed a short week in the past? I mean, do you feel it on your body, or is it that big a deal?
Yeah, you know, I think early in the week maybe it's a bigger deal than later. I think guys are probably still a little bit sore today. I know I was still pretty sore, but once you get out there, you start moving around. It's actually good. I think sometimes it's good to be out there and maybe have a little harder practice on Monday, just because it gets you sweating, you know, and you get the kinks out. So I don't think anybody's really that worried about it. By the time the game comes, come Friday, we'll be ready to roll. So.
It was a pretty emotional game Saturday. Did you feel like guys came back from it well today?
Yeah, for sure. And that was actually, you know, it was kind of weird, you know, how that all happens, and it's a big win on senior day, but we still have a really important one coming up, you know. So I think guys, I kind of wondered about that, you know, myself, but I think guys that came back ready to roll, you know, this is an important game, and there was no letdown in practice today. I didn't see.
Luke, inside the locker room, do you guys treat this as just another game, or do you play it up because it is a bordering state and there won't be a bowl game? You guys,
right,
you know, emphasize that, you know, this is a big matchup for this team?
Yeah, you know, for the most part, it's just another game, but I think with the way that it's gone the last couple of years, it definitely plays into it. So we're excited for another opportunity. And yeah, you know, it is another game, but at the same time, I think the way it's gone the last couple of years definitely has something to do with it.
How hard was it watching the last 2 years not getting a chance to play?
Yeah, it was really hard. You know, this is actually my first time actually playing against Iowa. I haven't been able to make it to it, so I'm excited for it personally. You know, and to be able to be on the sidelines watching it, it's been tough, and I haven't watched that film ever, so I don't plan on watching it ever either. But yeah, it's been tough to watch it from the sidelines.